What is up, my tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on the streets of draftmancer.com. We got some more of this vintage team vintage cube. And yeah, we've got a full pod of 8 this time. So again, this is off an external site. Vintage Cube is not available on Magic Online. So what we're doing is we're drafting on this, and then we will import our decks over to Magic Online and draft there. Anyways, it is a team of 4v4. And it is every other is your teammate. So I'm going to be with Slacks, Valero, and Sam. We're versus Gavin, Hank, Rage, and Sandy. We've got a very nice first pick. Oko, Misty, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. These are all very, very good. I would say Oko and Fable are probably pretty comparable in overall power level. But Oko is going to take it just by a little bit. And I do have an affinity for blue-green anyway, so I kind of like taking that right off the bat. Second choice here. Let's see. We've got ourselves a Scalding Tarn, a Birds of Paradise for those turn 2 Okos. There's a Sneak Attack, Exhume, a couple of very nice lands, 2 Tri-lands, Stomping Ground, Godless Shrine. So fantastic pack in terms of Vintage Cube. I mean, I'm not going to second pick a Bird of Paradise. I think I'm going to go for raw power level. I'm either thinking of Sneak Attack here or Exhume. Though you can never go wrong with something like a Scalding Tarn. Kind of feel like doing Exhume nonsense, honestly. I think I'm going to second pick Exhume and maybe just jump into Reanimator early. It's not always open, but it frequently is, I've found. And it is quite the strong one if you can get it. Okay, we are getting an Atraxa Grand Unifier here. Third pick if we want to, and that's a perfect reanimate target. This card is fantastic, right? 7/7 Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink, and then draw a million cards when it enters the battlefield. Other good cards, what could we consider here? Coma wouldn't be terrible. Fact or Fiction could be okay. I think we want to take the Atraxa. That seems like a pretty nice reanimate target. Iona for Reanimator. Nurturing Peatland, probably going to be my pick. Knight's Whisper, very good. Yeah, let's get some of that Sultai fixing, and let's just take the Nurturing Peatland here, 4th pick. Baleful Strix. Oh, Dream Halls could be cute. Rather than pay the mana cost for a spell, its controller may discard a card that shares a color. Well, there's no reason to take it this early. That card's gonna wheel. Yeah, I'm guessing Baleful Strix is probably just the right choice here. Just a good value card. It's blue-black, it's flying, it's death touch, it's card draw, plus, I mean, if we find like a Tinker or something, has some good value with that as well. There goes a Leovold, Emissary of Trust. Sauron's not a terrible reanimate target. Thirst for Discovery for a little bit of enabling is okay. I'm a pretty big fan of Leo. I mean, we could also just take the Utopia Sprawl. Open up the turn 2 Oko plans a little bit more consistently. Leovold might even wheel. I'm going to go for the fast mana. I'm going to take the Sprawl here. Okay, 2 very nice talismans, actually. Talisman of Dominance and Talisman of Resilience. So the blue-black and the green-black talismans if we wanted to. Show and Tell could be another good one. Una's Prowler is also a fine reanimate enabler. I'm guessing I might want to take the Show and Tell here. But man, double on-color talisman is so spicy, but we're not going to see Show and Tell come back around. So I think I'm going to take the show and tell and go big. Okay, well, there's a Blightsteel Colossus too. Or actually, Botanical Sanctum. So the thing about Blightsteel is that you cannot reanimate this. It's a replacement effect. It's not even like the Eldrazi, right? It never actually goes to the graveyard. There's an Arbor Elf here. Bobble's fine. No, that seems like a Sanctum pickup for me. Blue, black, white land also seems okay, even if it enters tapped. It's a fine land for any number of fetches as well, right? White, blue, or a black fetch can get the Rafine's Tower. Green, black, white could be fine. Regrowth could be good. Chupacabra's sideboard is not terrible. Do I want to take another Triome? Not particularly. I don't think the Memory Jar is worthwhile. Kind of like taking Regrowth for the value. Maybe if we get like Time Walker Ancestral or something, that could be nice. All right, Coma on the wheel, fantastic. That's another good reanimate card. Or even Show and Tellable. Good for us there. So a couple of big 7-drops we have now. And actually both of them just castable if we really wanted. Oh, there's the Iona for the reanimate too. So Fallen Shinobi is pretty spicy though, and I do already have Baleful Strix, but with just Strix, I don't think that's good enough. I think we're going to go all in on the reanimate / show and tell plan. And there's a Lily, nice. That's going to be a good one for sure, because that one can kill the early pressure creatures that we run into against, and then, I mean, it's not guaranteed good mill, but it is mill, right? All right, well, now we've picked up way too many reanimate targets, so we're not going to be playing all of those. Remember, the sneak attack is gone. Somebody took that. So there is the possibility of fighting with somebody a little bit over ways to cheat things in. We get a last pick Fire Blast. Okay. We need some broken fast mana cards, and we need some ways to get some more stuff in the graveyard. I don't mind passing the Una's Prowler like we did, but getting like Chartacourse, Entomb, that type of thing would be real solid, of course. There was a little bit of an issue with one of my last recordings where cards were flickering. I'm not sure why that was a thing. We'll see if that happens again as we unfortunately do not get another awesome open for our pack 2. No power here. This would just appear to be a Watery Grave to me. And I'm not really losing much. Maybe a Kiki for somebody doing combo. No, this is a really, really weak pack 2 open. Well, it is what it is. You can't win them all. Yeah, hopefully we can get something good in pack 3, because no power is no me gusta. Alright, Watery Grave. That is a crazy strong pack in comparison. You have the Saheeli with the Felidar Guardian right in the same pack. There's a Hull Breacher here, which I'm going to have a really hard time passing as this card just hoses people. Dark Slick Shore's fantastic. Deceiver Exarch for the Kiki Jiki we just passed. Urza's amazing. Balance is good. Top is great. I think Hull Breacher is just a little bit too strong. Oof, man, that was quite the pack. If I had to guess right now, I would probably say that Sauron's the worst of my reanimate targets / show and tell targets. There's a Persist versus a Breeding Pool. Karakas is insane. Oh, you know what? Kaito is really, really good too, because this is a looter. Right? Draw a card, discard a card unless you attacked. So as long as you do that before attacking, you do get to discard. I think it's probably... Oh, you know what? I lied. Persist actually isn't a good pickup for us. Right, because all of our threats right now are in fact legendary. So this is specifically good with things like Titans or Archon of Cruelty, but not currently with the cards we have. So I guess I am just going to take the Breeding Pool or the Kaito. You can't really go wrong with good mana. It's possible Kaito wheels. Damn, another really strong pack here. We're getting a lot of good fixing. Blooming Marsh if we wanted to. There's a Mystical Tutor, though, and I think that's probably a little bit too good, right? It grabs both Show and Tell and Exhume, which currently are the two ways that we are going to be cheating the fatties out, so I think having extra redundancy is pretty good. I am enjoying my mana base right now, although I would like to get a blue fetch at the moment. Ignoble Hierarch. Fixes for green and for black. Snuff Out's okay. Wall of Roots is okay. If I had to guess, though, I'm probably leaning more towards blue-black splashing Oko and maybe not playing the green. Or as much green. Like, Regrowth doesn't really do much. And, Utopia Sprawl's bad without heavy green because you need a forest for it, so I think I'm actually going to go with the Snuff Out here. Mystic Confluence is great. I mean, there are some good green cards in this pack. Bankbuster's actually pretty good too. Tracker, Fertile, Nissa, Binding, Eternal Witness. No, let's take the Counter Magic. I want to get some discard is what I want to get, because I don't think we're going to get too many counters. Wow, that's another fantastic pack. Probe, Scarab God, Brazen Borrower. I think the Probe is probably right. This is another way to reanimate, but I think it's just a little bit too slow. Brazen's good, but I think the access to information is a little bit too strong. We could splash Rex Sage. That is certainly one worth splashing for. Yeah, that's good enough. Custody Lich is also pretty good. I guess Concealing Curtains isn't terrible. You can take the opponent's best thing, and it's an early blocker. But this, I mean, the only problem with the Lich here is that if the opponent's playing an aggro deck, they can probably just take the Monarch back really quickly. So I think I actually like taking the Curtains here. Or actually the Batterskull too would be good. But I'm going to take the Curtains instead. Nice, Darkslick Shores came back. Saheeli and Felidar Guardian, so nobody's going to get that combo. There's the Kaito. Yes, that's perfect. We only currently have Exhume. So I would really, really love to get Reanimate or Animate Dead in pack 3. But that was very good for us. Man, Upheaval. We don't have an Upheaval deck. We could have, because there was a lot of green. I guess I don't want to be playing against Upheaval. Force isn't very good versus us. My favorite part about our deck right now is that I have such good fixing. 2 green-blue duels, 2 blue-black duels, blue-white, black, and a green-black. Portal might be playable. Binding's definitely playable. I'm going to sideboard that, I think, actually. Last pick, Raphellos. Nobody's in green. Okay. So we still need a few pieces for sure. Once again, no power opened. Damn it. Unfortunate. We do have a Bloodstained Mire, which grabs Watery Grave and Rafine's Tower. That's not that good. Bloodchief's Thirst is solid. Sphinx and Mold Drifter are fine. I think I just have to take the Thirst. Just good, cheap interaction. That's unfortunate. We would have had a really good green deck. But it is what it is. Let's get thirsty. That is pretty darn strong. Wow, what a second pick. Sholdred, Time Warp, Click, Primeval Titan, Dothy Voidwalker, Tar Pit, Stowaway, Prism, Ragavan? I want Stowaway because it's a looter, but given that I only have Exhume, my reanimate plan seems pretty weak. Gosh, I don't even have any discard, do I? Or very little? No, you have like no discard, basically. This is not the way we wanted this to come together. In fact, it hasn't come together, I should say. I guess I'm just going to take the Time Warp. There's a tropical island. There's a hymn. Ah, dang it. Well, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3 pieces of green fixing right now. Is it possible him is just better? I think it actually could be. I think it actually could be. Yeah, let's go with the hand disruption. I'm going to take the hymn over the tropical. Vamp, Tutor, Wasteland. There's a Lorien Reveal, which does grab islands. Any islands. So it grabs Breeding Pool and Watery Grave. But I think Vamp Tutor is a little bit too strong, right? Given that we're missing some of the combo pieces, getting Tutors kind of gives us duplicates in a sense. Really, I just need one more decent way to reanimate, but there's Grizzlebrand, Channel, Dark Ritual, Force of Negation. Kind of want to take Force of Negation here. Grizzlebrand is so good, though. And it's more castable than Iona is, so let's just take the G-Father. Collective Brutality. Let's see, what is Gearhole Kit for us? Confluence, Snuff, Vamp, Mystical. I guess we're just taking Brutality here. This is pick 6. There is a chance we could get one more good reanimate effect. Daze? Oh, there's a Zagoth Triome. Maelstrom Pulse too. Gosh darn it. The Zagoth Triome is so good. But I think I need more cheap interaction. Actually, Turok. Black, 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 and a 1. Is quad or triple black that feasible? Oh, Seiju's also nuts. Man, there's so many good choices here. But I think the cheap interaction's correct. And there's the other Kaito. What does this one do again? Makes a creature unable to attack or block, draws a card, and makes a random creature. I don't think we're playing Shade. Maybe that Kaito is okay. Ah, man. So somebody was definitely in Reanimator, or maybe just they weren't opened. Now, again, I do have Mystical, and I do have Vampiric, so Sphinx has been a really big underperformer for me. Kind of want to take Veil of Summer for sideboard. Let's do that. Look at this. Primeval Titan so late. Dothy Voidwalker so late. Pentad Prism. Ah, Dothy is so good too. Gosh, why do I want to take the prime time? I want to take the Pentad as well. But I think Dothy just hoses too many things. Green-blue Talisman's great. I don't think we want Bitter Blossom. Rooktide's whatever. Okay. Dark Ritual we would probably play. Cabal Ritual, no. Triple green off Garrick is no. Slime is like a maybe sideboard card. Hey, we got Turok. All right, we'll play that last pick. It's gonna be that's gonna be a black 1 creature that makes the opponent discard 2. So I'm okay with that. I wonder if I should be cutting the Atraxa just because it's only good with Show and Tell and Exhume. But I mean, again, we are playing, or we have lands to cast. We have the right colors to cast. In fact, if I'm gonna run a forest, I might as well run a Savannah just as an extra white source too. So, all right. So I'm gonna export this list to MTGO, and we'll bring it back on that. All right, we've imported our list to Magic Online. Let's build this deck. So what do we need to cut? We probably... I don't know if I want to run 17 lands or 16 lands. Well, I guess since we're not Uber Mill, Lily can be an easy cut here for starters. And then we can sideboard that in versus all the aggro strategies. Same thing with Concealing Curtains. I probably don't need that. So another question is, do I need to cut one more card, or are we happy with 16 here? Lands, that is. Could cut Regrowth. Maybe Regrowth is not necessary, but 17 lands seems like maybe a little too much, even. Actually, maybe I want this Kaito for extra card draw, too. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut the Regrowth and run the Kaito, the Dancing Shadow. And then, maybe 17 lands is still okay then. How many green sources am I going to be having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So I'm not sure we're going to need any basic forests. Although, maybe... Yeah, I mean, hardcasting Coma would be good. I could always just cut the Coma, too. And simply run Grizzlebrand, Atraxa as value Show and Tell hits. And go more like that. Iona will be good versus like a mono white or a mono red opponent or something. Don't think very many people are in green, so I can't imagine like a mono green list showing up. Black felt extremely open too, so I doubt Snuff Out's going to be bad. Talking to my teammates. Seeing what decks they have. All right, my teammates are playing, let's see. My teammates are on like a white-blue tempo-ish, a black-white aggro-ish, and a Abzan Aluris. Okay, interesting. So, yeah, none of us are playing red decks. So there's probably some type of mono-red or red aggro base. I guess a safe play is to cut like the Rex Sage for now if I'm going to run 17 lands. And then bring this in if we see... if we see a bunch of artifacts and enchantments. I'm just debating if 17 or 18 or 17 or 16 is right. I think it's pretty close either way. All right, let's add our basics. Let's see, we need quite a few islands, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. That's 9 blue sources. Oh, that might be too many, but we'll see. I guess we're going to need a lot of black sources then, because a lot of our duels aren't actually in the black. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be 10 black, 9 blue. That actually looks pretty good. Although, I guess the talisman adds blue and not black, so even yet I could go down an island and up a swamp. That would give us, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 black sources for like Dothy and him and stuff. I think I like that. That seems pretty good. I hope 17 lands is not too many, because we don't have that much card draw, right? Let's see, I mean, we have Kaito and Kaito both card draw. Strix, actually, I could see running... I mean, I guess the Peatland can sacrifice and the tower can cycle, so that's probably fine. All right, let's submit this, our Sultai... I don't know what to call this, control-ish, here for this team 4v4 Vintage Cube Draft. All right, here we are for round 1 of this team Vintage Cube Draft. We are on the draw with a pretty miserable hand. We have good mana, but not certainly keepable. All right, we will keep this one, I guess, and either pitch the Coma or the Confluence. I guess I'm going to pitch the Coma for now and hope I don't rip my show and tell. Turn 1 Overgrown Tomb for the opponent. I actually think we lead with Swamp here. And the reason is, in case we draw him to Turok, I can still play Botanical Sanctum on turn 2. This will give me the added benefit of being able to snuff out. Did we seriously get matched up against the Reanimator deck? The person trying to be the Reanimator deck here? That is quite unfortunate if we are. Now, the thing is, I did take a lot of the decent Reanimate targets, but obviously they could still have some. Oh boy. Well, here we go. I guess our hope is that if they do have something to recur this turn, it's not something good or black? Hornet Queen. Alright, well, that's pretty bad. I guess that's a lot of pressure. I guess I don't have much to deal with that. Oh, they could also discard, I guess, another card here, then bring back Hornet Queen and set up for the next turn. Gosh, they're gonna have they have Hoof too. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So they're gonna have Cradle Hoof next turn. That's a pretty good draw. Sheesh. This is where a Toxic or a counter would have been really good. So am I dead next turn? By Kaito, make this unable to attack. Snuff, I still take Infinite. That Hornet Queen Cradle is also so brutal. Do I have any way to interact with the graveyard from my sideboard? I mean, it might be worth bringing the Concealing Curtains from them to take, like, the recurring. Yeah, they have 5, 6, 7 mana next turn. I don't think there's anything we can do, because this is going to cost 4 life, and so Hornet Queen into Hoof is going to be too much. Alright. Let's just scoop that up and go to next. I guess I'm going to take out the Snuff and just bring in the curtains. What a beating. Let's go to the next. So I think I'm going to leave in the show and tell. Oh, man. What can I Mystical Tutor for here? This hand is so close to amazing. Because this would be an Exhume on one of these fatties super early, but I don't have a great Mystical Tutor hit. But I do have Probe for the redraw. But I would need to draw 2 lands, is the issue. So I think it's probably safest to mulligan this. The funny play would be go Sanctum, Mystical Tutor for... Oh no, Vampiric wouldn't even work because I don't have black. Oh, never mind. This is an easy mulligan. Missing the black. Okay, this is solid. I think I'm gonna pitch the Talisman here. And go turn 1 Swamp Pass and maybe just Vamp for him. Yeah. I mean, this could be really gross if they discard a couple fatties or whatever, but these are random hits, so I think it's worth it. And if we draw another black source by a few turns, we get to make them double discard again. Alright, they're going to cycle Troll in response. Grab an Overgrown Tomb. We hit their Nightmare, nice. And Courser of Crewfix. Excellent. Okay. So probably don't have to worry about their reanimate plan as much, although we can't actually say that for sure, I guess. As I didn't see any other reanimate still. There's our third black source, so let's... Actually, I'm going to make a token here. Because then we can start drawing for free. Oh, a red source as well, huh? Into the Snake Man, sure. So let's attack. Unblockable, then draw a card with Kaito. It's not a terrible draw. Kick, make them discard 2 more. And Turok's gonna grow a little bit. Swamp and Cradle. Alright, we might have hit a lot of their mana sources. And if they go for a tap out here, the Daze is brutal. The Snake token can't kill Kaito, and the Turok blocks the Aphiomancer, so... Seems like we're sitting in a pretty good spot. Nice, they didn't even attack with the Snake. We drew the other Kaito. Alright, so attack with the Ninja. And then if we draw an island, probably just... Well, even if we don't, or even if we do draw an island, I guess the Kaito is still better. The other Kaito, that is. Alright, we're crushing. Let's just keep drawing here. Nice. Back for 1. Draw. Voidwalker's great too. Void into Oko. Alright, and now it seems like it's going to be pretty hard to lose this one, I would think. Seems like they've given up, so I probably don't need to give away too much more information here at this point. Let's see. Exchange the food for the Ophiomancer. Thirst the token. Draw. We're going to get to use Kaito again here. We can bounce our Turok and make them discard more cards. What did we hit? Damnation, Oracle of Moldiah. Nice. Okay. Yeah, and that should be that. All right. Let's go on to game number 3 then. Maybe Veil of Summer is kind of worth bringing in. I don't think so. I guess if I go up or Iona on black, if I Mise Iona on black, they have a really hard time winning. If we can just like show and tell Iona on black, it seems good. All right, let's go to game 3. All right, game 3 of the first round. that second game went a little bit more pleasant for us. That's a decent looking hand to me. Hopefully I don't have to, like, daze something on turn 2. Ah, turn 1 mana dork is really gross. Let's take a peek-see. Jeez, the grief as well, huh? So they can go Noble, Cradle, Ophio, I guess? There's the Noble, there's the Cradle. Yeah, there's the Ophio. That's a lot of pressure, and that's a lot of mana. I guess the saving grace here is no double black yet for grief. Wow, what a crazy opener. And there's the double black. Jeez, come on. What is the wording on this? When this creature leaves the battlefield, it only loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. It's an artifact creature. Yeah. Not good. I need, like, Toxic Deluge so badly here. I guess our out, and we have some, is like, okay, they took Oko, is like Kaito, uptick, discard a fatty and then draw Exhume, or something to that effect. But our time is limited. Okay, there's the fatty. Actually, I guess I'm gonna Kaito Dancing Shadow here, and then make a 2/2. The Grief has Menace, I know, but they're probably gonna attack the Kaito with Grief, and if they run out the Prowler, I have a free way to discard the Iona anyways. And they drew a Yawgmoth. Okay, well, that's pretty gross. Is Dismember? No, they're paying... Oh, they're just paying life. Alright, shrinking my creature. Yeah, sacking their snake is pretty good. Hornet Queen, uh-huh. Yeah, now even if we draw Exhume, I don't think we have a chance. Jeez. I don't think we have any outs in our deck, right? Yeah, that probably does her. What a draw. Good beats. So kill Kaito, hit me for 3. And I'm not sure what I'm planning on, but probably not going to get there. That's not going to do it. All right, GG's. Well, we got kind of smashed here. So we're 0-1 in this team draft. Let's win it out from here. All right, on to our second round here. We've got a pretty decent hand of both Show and Tell and Exhume with some extra card draw. Now, bad news is the the Show and Tell is actually pretty weak, as I am playing against a sneak attack deck, so I might have to try to get a nice Exhume off, but now they also have Jace. I don't think I was supposed to daze the Jace. It just sucks that I was on the draw this game. This is already looking like a pretty bad position for us, huh? Oh, brutal, brutal, brutal. So let's see. Alpha Frog is on sneak attack. Oh, they discarded the sneak attack. Yo, what does that mean? Oh, Collective Brutality was a fantastic draw. In fact, I'm probably supposed to Collective here instead now. So kill the Jace, make them reveal their hand. Discard the Show and Tell. Remand the Brutality, and I can't daze it. Dang it. Okay, but they did discard Sneak Attack, so I don't feel too bad about that, and it's unlikely they're going to be able to flip the Jace here. There goes Ulamog. All right, so my Exhume is also garbage. Yeah, this is going kind of poorly. I guess I'm likely to be discarding the Exhume to Brutality next turn. Thirst for Discovery. Yeah, I'll go ahead and daze it. Goodbye, Exhume. Force of Negation pitching Stowaway. Okay. Fair enough. So now Jace can flip. Yikes. Good beats. Alright, so both Show and Tell and Exhume are going to be miserable in this matchup. We're going to have to go like Sultai Control of sorts. They're just flashing back their Thirst for Discovery, though, which I don't mind. Misty, sure. I don't think I'm supposed to kill the Jace. I'm supposed to just start drawing extra cards. That's not bad. Okay. I mean, it appears to be a pretty even situation right now, but That's kind of annoying, I suppose. They don't have anything good they can flashback with Jace again currently. They have Treasure Cruise? Uh-oh. Oh, Talisman. It's a lot of mana, though. So why would they play Prism? They have Animate Dead. All right, I was going to say, why would they play Prism? And then just use it anyways. Into Imperial Seal. So that's all of their black mana gone, though. So if I can Confluence, I can just bounce all three of those. I mean, we could also make it not attack this turn, but I don't think that's good enough. Furthermore, they just tutored for something. So yeah, I think I draw. It's so close to good. I guess I just have to kill the Grave Titan off. Brutal. And remember, they just tutored for something, so I can't imagine I'm sitting that pretty. I think I'm just going to go land pass here. They forgot to activate their Jace. Oh no. Okay. Kiki. All right, so we can counter that. And do I want to bounce the 2 tokens, or do I want to draw 2 cards? I think we have enough action in our hand. Let's return both tokens. Take the pressure off. They used to animate dead too, so they can't animate dead their Kiki after the fact either. Kaito, loot. Peatland, pass. I'm going to leave the Hull Breaker, or Hull Breacher up in case they have a card draw effect. I think that's the safest line we have. They don't have anything good to flashback with Jace right now anyways. That's fine, obviously. And I think we do flash out. Oh, that's nice. All right. Let's see here. I guess let's start by looting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well. How about a coma? Green, green, blue, blue. Okay. This is looking awfully good for us now. So if they want to, they can flash back Imperial Seal now with the Talisman of Dominance, but Koma's a pretty damn fast clock. What does the Emblem of Kaito do? I don't think we're going to get to it, but whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a blue or black creature to put on the battlefield. Oh, whatever. Alright, gonna shrink the Koma, that's fine. Land. Last card in hand is... oh god. Battlesphere! That's pretty cute. Not good enough, but it's cute. Let's draw... discard... draw... non-black. That does count on Battlesphere, but we don't need to do that right now. Although I guess if I do, I can start attacking. They're pretty locked either way. Yeah. I'm going to attack face with the 4/6. And we're going to turn off their Jace this turn. All right, that's good for us. Nice. We kept the Talisman in our hand so we could discard it to Kaito. And that will almost certainly do it. All right. Draw. Discard. Food for Exarch. All at face. And then we just time warp GG. All right, got the first one. So, Exhume and Show and Tell, especially Show and Tell, just comes out for sure. We bring in the Veil of Summer. I think we bring in the Concealing Courtyard versus, or Curtains, whatever, versus the combo-y-ish deck. We definitely want to bring in Rex Sage. Which means Atraxa comes out. Could bring in Binding. Bring in another Forest if we're all doing all of this. Cut the Grizzlebrand. I guess the Mystical Tutor's a lot worse when we're not going to do the show and tell exhume nonsense, right? I still feel like exhume could be okay, but maybe we don't have enough ways to put stuff in the yard. Could bring in a portal at top end as well. I don't think that would be crazy. Something like that seems fine. I don't want to bring in regrowth for like him to Turok and whatnot too. I guess the Thirst didn't actually seem particularly good versus them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's cut the other one and bring in the regrowth for like him. No black source, huh? But black is one of our mains and we're on the draw with the probe, so I guess this is gonna be a keep. We're gonna go turn 1 breeding pool pass. I don't need to probe until next turn. I assume they're just gonna play a talisman here. Yeah. Alright, let's find our black source. Island, Jace, Vryn, Treachery. Golly. Did not find my black source either, and then we drew a double black card, so this is really freaking awkward. I wonder if they're going to lead on the baby Jace to play around Days. No, they're just slamming it. Yeah, and it worked out. Fudge. Well, that's very bad for us. Hmm. Alright, fetch, brainstorm. Oh, if we'd hit that swamp for Strix one turn earlier, we would have been so good. Probably just going to lose to a sneak attack. There's Jace. Let's loot again. So we cut our Atraxa, so we don't need the Savannah. Okay, binding wasn't terrible. Maybe Thirst for Discovery end of turn. Uh-oh. And I didn't have Days earlier, so we'll see if they go for it. They do have triple red. Discards Ulamog. Goes for Brainstorm. Pops the fetch. Maybe just... Oh, this is Kiki, isn't it? Alright. Make him target it once. And that is that. Dang it. Maybe the Thirst needs to come back in. We really just need to hit a hand that has a lot of our discard effects. Like, that's what we need to do. We need to maybe mulligan a little bit aggressively for like a hand with an early him or something. Oh, man. Okay. I guess I'm going to keep this. Turn 1 curtains gives us a turn 3 peak. That's a great draw, obviously. Here comes a talisman. No, there's the Jace. Okay, so... we want to do this now on their turn. Otherwise, I might get Force of Negationed. Though I think we can wait 1 turn. They can't sneak attack next turn or whatever, right? Well, not that we know of, but they don't have... we didn't see a Mox or anything, so... I think I'm pretty happy slamming out the Kaito and starting to loot. Daze was a good draw. We don't need double green. This is a 3-4? Yeah, 3-4 starts attacking, I guess. Bone Crusher. I'm actually going to go ahead and counter that, I think. Keep our Kaito going. And we get to look at their hand and take something next turn anyways. Don't think I need to shock myself here. Alright, a lot of garbage, and a Jace and a Remand. Guess I have to take the Jace. Wow, 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 wow. That's not great. Thirst for Discovery was a good draw for them. Oh, shoot. I need to just draw. Any of my discard effects are so fat here. So good for us. Any interaction really would be great. This is a tight one, I think, for now. I mean, we're ahead on board and whatnot, but... it's going to be really, really upsetting if they go discard Grave Titan and then next turn have the Animate dead, but I guess there's not much I can do about that, huh? All right, they discarded Grave Titan, Imperial Seal, and then they played out Volcanic. Damn, that would have been good last turn. All right. Attack for 3. Draw. Holy crap! This is getting very, very unfortunate. Yeah, if they just go Deceiver Exarch into Kiki Jiki, I'm going to be extremely upset. But what can you do? I guess our hope is that I rip Mystic Confluence in the next 2 draw steps. That's actually incredible, huh? All right, deck, come on. That's good. That can potentially save us, because if they do go with the Deceiver Exarch here, we have a decent chance of hitting, eh? All right, here we go. Kiki and Talisman. All right, so they have Remand and 1 unknown in their hand. Phew! The Keekster down. Big hit there. Whenever a creature controls the combat to place search light for a blue or black creature. All right. That's extremely annoying once again. Okay, so Remand, 1 unknown. Nothing relevant's going to hit my graveyard anytime soon, though, it feels like. Okay, that's fine. So Remand, last card. I guess I just have to run into it. I'm debating if I want to just make a 1/1 with Kaito. This is going to get the Remand. Oh, that didn't get the Remand. Okay. Well, then I am going to make a 1/1 here. Shores Pass and not run out the Oko. Right, I'm not crazy. They have Remand in hand. Okay, yeah, they do. So awkwardly, I don't want to... sack the Peatland, because then if I go for Oko, and they Remand it, I don't have a second green to recast, right? This is a tight one here. Remand, one unknown. I mean, if they drew a land, we're looking pretty good. If they drew a land, we're very close to a win. Because I go for Oko, they remand it. They would get one fresh card, but then I would recast Oko. And I would actually Elk the Pestermite to deny it a flying, because that would be lethal then. We're hoping they drew, like, what do you call it? We're hoping they drew, like, Ulamog. Wait, what is the wording on this? Opponent owns. Oh, they were seeing if they could do my Kiki Chiki. Right. All right, let's go for it. Elk, and that is lethal. Can't block, menace, can't block. Ooh, yeah, baby. Whew. It's so good to get a win. All right, 1-1 now. Let's see if we can win the third and final, unless our team is already good enough. All right, here we are for the third and final round. We're playing against Sandy Dog, who is on a Storm deck. I guess this is going to be a keeper. We can vamp for Show and Tell and Coma. Let's double check. Wow, Sandy has 3 pieces of power. Mox Emerald, Mox Jet, and Ancestral Recall. That's kind of freaking nuts. Hell, I could put out a turn 3 Coma and it might not be good enough, honestly. That's kind of scary. That's a good draw. Okay. Let's just take a peek. That was probably one of our best draws with the mana we have available to us, honestly. Emery, Lion's Eye Diamond, negate mana Morphos. I guess we just take the negate here and then slam Oko next turn. So the fact that I cast the Brutality, which I think is a correct move, means that I didn't get to Vampiric for Show and Tell this turn, but we would have gotten by negate anyways, so. All right, LED, Emery, Mox Emerald, and Memory Jar the Mills. Pretty gross. That was, again, an insane draw for us. Let's just snuff the Emery. Then I think we're going to Oko here first. There is a little bit of temptation to Elk the LED, but I think we're going to forego that for a turn. All right, now he has the Snapcaster Ancestral mana. Yeah. So awkwardly, again, I can't Vampiric for show and tell this turn because I didn't draw a land. Hmm. When I give them a food and take their Snapcaster Mage? I don't think that's crazy. Six cards in hand with a Lion's Eye Diamond. Ugh. What else can I vamp for next turn? Oh, I could vamp for Hull Breacher. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the Snapcaster Mage and pass. I guess we'll decide what we want to vamp tutor for in a moment. I mean, I'm guessing show and tell might still be right. I don't know. 3 pieces of power is kind of nuts. All right, leads on mana. Do they want to go for Sholdred is the question. We're going to go for Spell Seeker here. All right. Let's go see what they tutor for. They already used their Ancestral. They tutored for Bolt. All right, so they're going to be able to kill my Oko next, or right now if they want to. Sure. All right, let's go for the Vamp. Ah, it's not even that good, man. It is not even that good. But do I really have a better play? Not really. I mean, if we get to hit an untapped land next turn, then we also get to Confluence, so that's kind of nice. Like, this is probably where you want to have Show and Tell versus Storm, unless they randomly have, like, Citadel or Bargain. All right, Coma for me. They do have a Shouldered in hand, so that wouldn't be a bad card to put in. Yep. I think we just got to say, if you got it, you got it. This only turns off activated abilities, so... And if they had the Otawara in their hand to bounce and didn't do so, then I have to assume I'm just dead here, right? Yeah. Spiral or something. 7 mana. Oh yeah, it's a spiral for sure. Yep. Okay, so Concealing Curtains comes in. I mean, they had Emery, but I think we are supposed to cut the snuff. Veil of Summer seems fine. Thirst can come out. Iona in. Is Atraxa good enough? I think I'm just going to cut the Atraxa. Crystal Brand's probably slightly better. All right, let's go to game 2. We'll be on the play. And we have a 0 lander, so we are going to say go to 6. That's a decent looking 6er here. All right. So this is going to be a turn 2 Brutality, turn 3 Oko, maybe a turn 4 Turok. Pitching the Mystic Confluence right here. We have hand interaction and an Oko, so definitely can't mulligan this. I mean, 3 pieces of power. We'll see if we can win. Oh, the difference between opening power and not is pretty drastic. I mean, the Confluence is great versus them, but much prefer it to be cheap interaction. Like, we can't... We want to draw that later, right? We don't want to have a 5 mana counter in our opening hand versus double Mox Storm. Here we go. I mean, if this is an Emery, that's okay. At least we can Brutality that. No Emery. Definitely think we want to still just do this. Negate, okay. Well, ideally that clears the way for Oko. Yep. Hard to beat. I mean, the power level difference is just insane. Gosh. So sick. I'm extremely tempted to elk the Emerald here. And by that I mean I'm going to get Force of Willed because what on earth? And good news is no Shouldered there, and we did draw the Black Source to go with Kicked Turok. Alright, discard 2. Bolt the Turok, I'm okay with that. Otawara and Breach. Breach was a nice hit. But now I am playing from nothing. No double blue, though. So if Snapcaster's in hand, at least that's not a thing. Okay, cycle Xander's Lounge. That's pretty bad for us too. Oh, God. That's where we needed to draw. Or we needed the days one turn earlier. Again, the nice thing is only one blue source for Sandy right now. Maybe I can hit like my Void Walker. Don't think we can reasonably cast that. Not yet, not while blue mana is open. Ah, Ancestral, so hard to beat. I'm gonna pay the mana here to probe. Emery, Time Spiral, and Brazen Borrower. Okay. So Coma's really, really freaking bad versus Brazen, but it might flash him out here. All right. I mean, I'm on an air clock, but if Coma resolves, we're actually not in terrible shape. Just one more land. There goes Sheoldred. It looks like he might go ahead and Glen Elendra there. That's fine. That's only 5 damage on the board now and not 6. The issue now is that if he goes for Time Spiral and I daze it, I can't even Coma anymore. Okay, he's not going to. Is there a chance? There might be a very small chance here. A lot of the pressure has been alleviated. Bad news is he can go for Time Spiral and sack the LED, so I'm guessing we're dead, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, there's no point dazing here, right? They just sack? Yeah, there's no point dazing. They just get to sack the Lion's Eye Diamond, so... I think we just gotta say good beats. Let's hope he didn't draw much in 7 cards, and then maybe Coma Time Warp can do something, but... Odds are that's a huge pipe dream, of course. That would have been a huge blowout if he didn't have the Lion's Eye. There might have been something I could have done, but... Oh god, sacked the Lion's Eye. So there's something good on top, clearly. Gonna get the LED back, that's a lot of mana. Echo, awesome, sure. Redraw again. So a fresh 7 with 7 mana again. Oh, the Echo was discarded. I didn't even see it. Echo was in hand with LED. Gotcha. Breach with LED, so he's gonna sack. Oh, he didn't sack the. Oh, no, I guess it doesn't matter when you sack it. It's not like Yawgmoth's will. So Bolt kills us, I guess. Or at least pretty close. No, I think that does it, right? Yeah, Bolt will do her. GG's. All right, we got smashed. So overall, I went 1 and 2, but maybe that's not too surprising with a deck that didn't really get there on a couple fronts. I guess it's going to be up to my team now to carry me. I will post the overall result in the finals. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back later. Bye-bye.